See here, we are going to we are going to do the problems on the bolted connection for the lap joint. So bolted connection के लिए हम लोग problem solve कर रहे हैं. For that you need to determine the gamma MB. तो अभी gamma MB आप कहाँ से लोगे? From the table number 5, page number 30 of your IS code. See the table number 5, page number 30. See, this is the table for which we are going from which we are going to take the values for the gamma MB, that is the partial safety factor. As we are going to solve the problems for the connection के लिए हम लोग डिजाइन कर रहे हैं, इसलिए हम फोर्थ वाला वैल्यू कंसिडर करेंगे. अभी फोर्थ वाले में हम लोग बोल्टेड कनेक्शंस के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं. सो बोल्टेड कनेक्शंस के लिए हमें गामा एमबी की वैल्यू चाहिए. वी डोंट वांट गामा एमएफ. गामा एमबी क्यों? एज वी आर गोइंग टू डिजाइन फॉर द बियरिंग टाइप के लिए हम लोग डिजाइन कर रहे हैं, इसलिए हमें गामा एमबी की वैल्यू चाहिए. तो गामा एमबी की वैल्यू अभी यहाँ पे पार्शियल सेफ्टी फैक्टर की वैल्यू देखो 1.25 ही है. दोनों भी फैब्रिकेशंस के लिए, मतलब दोनों भी अलग अलग टेक्निक्स है. एक है शॉप फैब्रिकेशन, एक है फील्ड फैब्रिकेशन. सो दोनों भी अलग अलग टेक्निक्स के लिए हमारे पास गामा एमबी की वैल्यू कितनी है? 1.25. इसीलिए हमने 1.25 कंसिडर की है फॉर द डिजाइन. Yes, Abdullah, now your doubt is clear. Okay. Okay. So proceed. We are proceeding further with the design. Now, diameter of the bolt is 16 mm. So diameter of the hole, whenever you wants to calculate the diameter of the hole, कभी D0 से भी recognize कर सकते हो, हाँ, DH से भी recognize कर सकते हो for the diameter of the hole. So whenever you are going to calculate diameter of the hole, you need to add it by 2. As you are going to take the spacing as 2, so 16 plus 2 will be your 18 mm. So diameter of the hole over here
मैम
is
+2 क्यों? थ्रेडिंग के लिए है क्या वो?
हाँ, every time you have to add +2 whenever you are going to calculate the diameter of the hole. So diameter of the hole आपका हुआ 18 mm. Then you need to calculate the minimum spacing. अभी minimum spacing calculate करने के लिए again आपको IS 800 2007 रेफर करना पड़ेगा, clause number 10.2.2. So refer IS code clause number 10.2.2. See over here, यहाँ पे minimum spacing, the distance between the center of fasteners shall not be less than 2.5 times the nominal diameter. Means it should not be less than 2.5 times the nominal diameter, means 2.5 into D. It should not be less than 2.5 into D. So the formula to calculate the minimum spacing is 2.5 into D. तो हमारा D यहाँ पे कितना है? 16. So 2.5 into 16 हमें मिलता है 40 mm. Then maximum spacing. Again maximum spacing के लिए you need to refer IS code clause number 10.2.3. So again see your IS code 10.2.3. अभी 10.2.3 क्लॉज नंबर हमें बोलता है द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द सेंटर ऑफ एनी टू एडजेसेंट फास्टनर shall not exceed 32T or 300 mm. मतलब 32T और 300 mm में से जो भी छोटा वैल्यू है that you have to consider for the design, whichever is less between two values that you have to consider for the design. So 32T and 300 mm, where T is nothing but the thickness of the thinner plate. दोनों प्लेट में से जो भी जिसका भी थिकनेस कम रहेगा, that thickness we are going to consider for the maximum spacing. So 32T और 300 mm. अभी यहाँ पे थिकनेस देखो, थिकनेस ऑफ द प्लेट हमारे पास दो प्लेट है, दोनों की साइजेस कितनी है? एक की साइज हमें दी है 100/16, तो इसका थिकनेस हुआ 16 mm एंड दूसरे का साइज दिया हुआ है 100/10. तो मिनिमम थिकनेस इज 10 mm. So minimum thickness we are going to consider. So 32 into 10, that is 320 or 300. So अभी 320 और 300 में से दोनों में से छोटी वैल्यू इज 300 mm. So इसीलिए हम मैक्सिमम स्पेसिंग कंसिडर कर रहे हैं 300 mm. उसके बाद में P for tension, that is again we have to refer clause number 10.2.3.2 from IS code. So, sir, the distance between the center of two adjacent part fasteners, that is the pitch, shall not exceed 16T or 200 mm, whichever is less. And for tension member, it should be 16T or 200 mm. And for compression, it is 12T or 200 mm, whichever is less. So टेंशन के लिए आप कंसिडर करोगे 16T और 200 mm, और कॉम्प्रेशन के लिए आप लोगे 12T और 200 mm. So same values we are taken 16T or 200 mm for the P tension. So again thickness यहाँ पे लिया है हमने 10. So 160 और 200 mm. अभी दोनों में से स्मॉलर वैल्यू है हमारे पास 160. अभी पीच हमें प्रोवाइड करना है. We are not designing for the compression, we are only designing for the tension. इसलिए हमने सिर्फ टेंशन वाला पार्ट कंसिडर किया, हमने compression वाला पार्ट कंसिडर नहीं किया है यहाँ पे. अभी हमें P प्रोवाइड करना है, मतलब पिच डिस्टेंस प्रोवाइड करना है. तो हमारे पास स्मॉलर वैल्यू कौन सी है? 40. मिनिमम स्पेसिंग कौन सी है? 40. एंड द P intention we are having 160. So between both these values we have to provide pitch. So provide pitch will be 50 mm. So दोनों के बीच की वैल्यू हमने कंसिडर की. So 50 to 60 you can consider. So we are consider minimum 50 mm pitch distance. Yes, understood or up till here? Anyone is having any doubts?
Ma'am, that minimum 40, how it came?
मिनिमम 40 और यहाँ पे हमारे पास पी टेंशन की वैल्यू कितनी आई है? 160. सो और ये
Yeah.
मिनिमम स्पेसिंग की वैल्यू कितनी आई थी? 40 आई थी. तो मिनिमम 40 एंड पी फॉर द
Okay.
टेंशन इज 160. तो दोनों के बीच की वैल्यू वी हैव टू कंसिडर. सो मिनिमम 50 to 60 every time you have to consider pitch. So minimum pitch we are going to consider it as 50 mm. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Neha, what is your doubt? Hmm. For calculation of the minimum diameter of the bolt is taken. Yes, for calculation of P minimum, diameter of the bolt is taken because they have mentioned in your clause number that 2.5 into diameter of the bolt. They have not mentioned you the diameter of the hole. इसीलिए हमने diameter of the bolt consider किया है 16. अगर वो diameter of the hole mention करते थे तो हम diameter of the hole consider करते थे. Okay, so note down up till here, till P each value. Then we shall proceed further. Kevin, you will complete up till here. Let me know. Mostly in DDSS, you need to remember the clause numbers as well as the steps. These only two important things are there in this particular subject. You need to remember the steps as well as the clause number. No need to learn the formulas.
Ma'am, in exam, the whole IS code will be given.
Yes, in exam, the IS code will be provided by college.
Okay.
एंड जरूरी नहीं है कि आइस कोड में जो मतलब आइस कोड में जरूरी नहीं है सब एक के नीचे एक आपको मिलेगा. इट वुड बी लाइक दैट कि एक वैल्यू फॉर्मूला दूसरे पेज पे है और दूसरा फॉर्मूला दूसरे पेज पे है, या फिर ऊपर नीचे भी क्लॉजेस रह सकते हैं. मतलब ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि आइस कोड में जो एक ही सीक्वेंस है वही सेम सीक्वेंस आप डिजाइन करते टाइम पे फॉलो करोगे. तो इसीलिए आपको क्लॉज नंबर रिमेम्बर याद रखना बहुत जरूरी है.
मैम बट ये 100 पेजेस के ऊपर का IS कोड, तो कैसे सबको एक एक देंगे हम
Yes,
पूरी?
yes, everyone will get your IS code individually. You will get your IS code.
ओके.
Okay, completed up till here. The value of T over here taken is 10. That is minimum thickness of the plate, 10 mm as given in your question. Yes, done. Okay. Okay, all the others are also completed. Should I proceed further?
यस मैम.
Okay. So we had provided the pitch that is 50 millimeter. Now age and end distance. So again for age and end distance, you need to refer IS code clause number 10.2.4. So see the IS code 10.2.4 for the age and end distance. See, for edge and end distance, you need to refer these particular clauses. So for the edge distance is the distance of the right angle of the direction of the stress from the center of the hole to the adjacent part. And here they have given you the formula. The minimum edge and the end distance from the center of any hole to the nearest edge of the plate shall not exceed 1.7 times the diameter of the hole. Here in this case, you have to take the diameter of the hole, that is 1.7 into D0, and 1.5 into diameter of the hole for the roll and the machine flames. So for the roll, if you are taking the roll section, you have to take 1.5 times, and if you are taking the hand flame cut edges, if you are taking, then you have to take 1.7 into diameter of the hole. So E minimum should not be, it should be greater than or less than 1.7 into diameter of the hole. अभी यहाँ पे diameter of the hole है हमारा 18. So substitute the value for diameter of the hole. तो वो 18 we are going to substitute. So E minimum की value हमें मिलती है 30.6 mm. So note down this age and end distance. Then we will proceed further. Okay, noted. In some books, they have taken diameter as of hole as DH, and in some books, they are taken diameter of hole as D0 or DO. Okay, done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So 30.6 we have got. So providing E, that is 35 mm in round figures. We have taken end and edge distance as 35 mm. Now calculation of number of bolts. So number of bolts can be calculated by using the formula, that is factor load upon design strength of the bolt. But before calculating the number of bolts, you need to calculate the design strength of the bolt. We don't know the value for the design strength of the bolt. अभी design strength of bolt calculate करने के लिए आपको shear capacity of the bolt calculate करना पड़ेगा, as well as the bearing capacity of the bolt calculate करना पड़ेगा. तो सबसे पहले we are going to calculate the shearing capacity of the bolt, that is VDSB. So again, VDSB, the formulas are there on the page number 75 of your IS code. So for calculating VDSB, you are having the formula, that is VNSB upon gamma MB. अभी VNSB के लिए again you are having the formula, that is FUB by root 3 NN into ANB plus NS into ASB. So refer the IS 800 2007 page number 75. See यहाँ पे ये 10.3.3 क्लॉज नंबर में आपके पास ये फॉर्मूलाज है फॉर shear capacity of the bolt. See over here, VNSB will be equals to FU upon root 3 N into ANB plus NS into ASB. So here the value for FU is 400 Newton per mm square. NN will be 1 and NS will be 0. As I have already told you, you have to put the NN value of NN as 1 or 2. Mostly you will take it as 1. NN is nothing but the number of shear planes with threads intercepting the shear plane, and NS is number of shear planes without threads intercepting the shear plane. There are no threads, so it will be 0. As you can see in this particular diagram, this diagram is for the threads included in the shear plane, and this is for the threads excluded from the shear plane. As you can see, there is not much difference in both these diagrams. There is only slight difference. As you can see, यहाँ पे shear plane है और ये पर्टिकुलर डायग्राम में आपके जो थ्रेड्स है वो shear plane में आ रहे हैं. So the value for this NN will be 1 एंड यहाँ ये जो प्लेन है इसमें जो है यहाँ पे आपके थ्रेड्स शेयर प्लेन में नहीं आ रहे, सो द वैल्यू ऑफ NS will be 0. So here NN will be 1 and NS will be 0. अभी A and B. A and B is nothing but the net tensile stress. So A and B के लिए फॉर्मूला है 0.78 into AG. अभी AG कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे? पाई बाय 4 into D square. D diameter of the bolt. Diameter of the bolt कितना दिया है? 16. So पाई बाय 4 into 16 square. तो आपको A and B की वैल्यू मिलेगी, that is 156.83 mm square. Yes, understood up till here? कुछ doubt? So solve from here, from E, provide equals to 35 mm. Solve from here itself. And when you will complete, tell me so that I can scroll it down. I hope
Man,
everyone understood.
end distance was greater than or equal to 30.6.
Yes, it is 30.6.
So why have you estimated 35?
So you have to take a maximum. हमने round figure में लिया है, तो end distance और edge distance जब भी लेते हैं तो minimum value नहीं consider करते. हमारा 30.36 आया, इसलिए हमने round figure 35 लिया.
Okay, ma'am.
Slightly increase your speed of solving the sums. After completing, let me know. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone had also done. All the others had also completed up till here. So I will
Yes,
scroll
ma'am.
it down. Okay. No need to write what do you mean by NN, what do you mean by NS in the exams. This is just for your understanding. Just note down the formulas and put up the values and you can proceed further. Yes, done. Everyone had got the value A and B, that is 156.83 mm square. Okay. AG is nothing but the area of the bolt. So area of the bolt you need to calculate by pi by 4 into d square. That is pi by 4 into diameter of the bolt is 16. So pi by 4 into 16 square, you will get the value for A and B. And A and B is your net total tensile stress. Okay, should I proceed further? Done up till here? Okay. So no need to draw these diagrams. I will share this PDF with you. So VNSB, just substitute the values for VNSB. That is FUB by root 3. So 400 by root 3 into 1 into NN is 1. And A and B, just now you had calculated. And because of NS is 0, this term, whole term will be 0. तो VNSB के लिए आपकी वैल्यू आएगी 36217.94 न्यूटन. अभी VNSB तो मिल गया. VNSB मिलने के बाद में VDSB. VDSB के लिए you are having the formula that is VNSB upon gamma NB. So just substitute the value for VNSB. VNSB 36217.94 और gamma MB आपने पहले ही कैलकुलेट किया था, that is partial safety factor, that is 1.25. So just substitute the value, तो आपको shearing strength of the bolt मिलेगा shear की, that is 28973.84 Newton. So solve up till here, then we'll go for the bearing capacity of the bolt. First of all, do the shearing capacity of the bolt, that is VDSB. After completing the till sharing capacity, let me know. Okay, done. Yes, Neha Abdullah completed.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we'll proceed further. That is bearing capacity of the bowl. So bearing capacity of the bowl, again you need to refer the IS code, that is the clause number 10.3.4. So see on the clause number 10.3.4, that is bearing capacity of the bowl. देखो यहाँ पे again you are having the formula for VDPB. So VDPB के लिए आपके पास में formula है VNPB upon gamma MB. Now VNPB is nothing but the nominal bearing strength of the bowl. Again you are having the formula that is 2.5 kb into D into T into Fu. So for kb should be smaller than all these four values. So first we need to calculate the kb. Kb is nothing but the constant. So kb के लिए आप सबसे पहले ये सब values calculate करोगे. So we'll proceed. So kb should be smaller than E upon 3d0. E is what? That is the edge distance or end distance जो आपने calculate किया है, जो आपको मिला है 35 upon 3 into d0. D0 is your diameter of the hole, जो था 18. After calculating, you are going to get the value that is 0.648. उसके बाद में P upon 3d0 minus 0.25. तो P क्या है? What is P? Yes? What is P? Yes, Ibrahim, P क्या है? P is nothing but the pitch distance. Pitch distance जो आपने अभी calculate किया है, yes, pitch distance. So just now you have calculated that is 50. So 50 upon d0 क्या है? Diameter of the hole. Diameter of the hole कितना है? 18. So 50 upon 3 into 18 minus 0.25 आपको वैल्यू मिलती है 0.679. Then next formula is FUB by FU. That is 400 upon 410. The value comes up to be 0.975. And the next value for the KB you have to consider it as 1. तो चारों में से जो भी स्मॉलर वैल्यू रहेगी केबी की वो आपको लेना है डिजाइन के लिए. अभी चारों के में से स्मॉलर वैल्यू कौन सी है? 0.648. तो आप केबी के लिए वैल्यू लोगे 0.648. सो डू अप टिल हियर.
And can you scroll it a little bit down?
आई होप एवरीवन अंडरस्टूड. Last 1 minute is there. Those who have not given the attendance, give your attendance in the chat box. and rejoin the lecture again. We need to complete this problem just now only. So we will complete this problem by today itself only. So again join the lecture for few minutes. You can download from Moodle only, na? I will upload it on Moodle. Whenever the meeting gets over, join immediately.
Ma'am, can you scroll down a little bit? I want to know what is
Yes,
T-stand
Josh.
for.
Yes, Josh, you are
Ma'am, what
having